No, they're not. No, he's fine. Don't disturb what they got. He's fine.
Says on the beat, boy.
Cause he want a life. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the fence. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the fence. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing out there? Got my guy E2Blu on the chat today. What's going on, E2? How you feeling, bro? My bad, I had you on mute, bro. How you feeling, bro? On this Friday.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we good.
All right, wonderful.
Yeah, hey, one's in the chat if y'all can hear us pretty good. Let me know if y'all can hear us. Yeah, bro. So it's Friday, man. We finally getting the show in here. We getting the show in together, bro. Last week we had some things, we had some mishaps. I kind of had to go out of town, not last minute, but I kind of knew, and I had to get everything together and at the last minute, and it just didn't work out. But how was your trip to where'd you go for your skate?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. How'd it go in North Carolina, bro?
If you see my Instagram, you know it was lit.
Yeah, it looked like it was lit. Did they call you Unk out there?
Huh?
Did they call you Unk out there, bro?
Well, the youngins always call me Unk.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, bro. So look, so the theme of the show today is going to be us talking about the best 5 lineman approach. So have you had an opportunity to really, dive into like who our best 5 is right now, and what are some of the ways that you'd like to approach this draft?
You talking about on the roster? Because if we had to play tomorrow, it would definitely be well, go from left to right. You got to put Tyler out on the outside. I think that he needs to be a tackle going forward. Then your boy TJ Bass. I really like TJ Bass. I think TJ Bass could be a starter.
Okay.
But again, if you got to play a game tomorrow, it would be Tyler Smith, TJ Bass, Brock Hoffman. I don't know about that one, but Zach Martin, and of course your boy Terrence. So I don't know, bro. We got to do something.
Yeah.
Now, my dream pick at 1 is definitely Jackson Powers Johnson. I feel like you got to get him. He's a big, strong.
Oh, wait. We gotta hold off on to that. We gotta hold off on
Okay,
that.
all right.
Yeah. We'll hold off on the draft stuff for now. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a couple different ways we can go about this. So I'm totally with you. As far as the starting 5 that we have right now, if you had to build off of what we have right now, we already know that Tyler probably would kick out to the left. We know that TJ Bass will probably be your left guard. Hoffman, probably your center. Zach Martin, obviously your right guard, and Terrence Steele is your right tackle. Now, there might be some people that look at it and say, well, if you want to keep Tyler at guard, Awesome Richards, could be your left tackle. So there's a couple different ways you can go about it. And then if you go that way, then you open yourself up to possibly bringing in a left tackle, that way. So
You think
it's just different variations that you can go. Go ahead.
you think they're gonna re-sign Adoga?
Hell no. Hey,
I knew I knew he was gonna say that.
hell no. And I'm not just saying that because I had a shot of tequila before I got on here, but I'm just saying that because they had a lot of trouble with him last year. But since you said his name, you got to do the accent, bro. You got to do the accent for us real fast.
I mean, my thing is like we're really like we literally let Dan Quinn just go away with everybody. Like we ain't got nothing. Like as many people that don't like Tyler Biotish, he was still a solid center. I mean, he wasn't the best. He wasn't no Travis Fredericks, but I mean, we ain't got nothing else right now.
Absolutely. So, got a question from Otis. Excellent question. Excellent question. Let me put it up here. Is Lyle Collins in play? That's an excellent question because he is a veteran. I'll let you go at it, and then I have my answer to that as well.
Oh, is Lyle Collins in play? I don't know what they're doing with Lyle Collins. I know that they re-signed him. They were going to do something with him if we were to do something in the playoffs, but we prematurely ejaculated in that one. Pause. But it was like Green Bay. First game gone. Oh.
Speaking of which, y'all, we are doing 90s. We doing 90s shows after we finish talking. After we finish talking this, so that's the Hank Hill.
But yeah,
That's
I don't know what they're doing with Lyle, but I heard that he's stronger. He's better. They clearly want to keep him for next year, so I don't know what they plan on doing with him. They haven't really said what they're gonna do. To be
and
honest,
also keep in mind too, where did Lyle Collins play when he first became a Dallas Cowboy? You
wasn't he a
remember where
right
he
tackle?
played? No, he was not a right tackle. Not the
Oh, he was
whole
a left.
time. He was a left guard. Remember, he was a
Oh,
left.
okay. Well, I wouldn't mind him playing that left guard position next to Tyler. I think that
Yeah,
if they can get some rapport with each other, I think they might can make some hay there. That might not be too bad. And then, like I said, you get a young guy in the draft.
yeah. The one thing we do know about Lyle Collins, we know he's strong. We know he's strong. You know what I'm saying? The thing that gives trouble at tackle right now is his ability to move. You know what I'm saying? His
Yeah,
ability to kick step. And really, when they give him them double moves, I mean, he really ain't got no answer for it.
but I think
Um,
now he's more mature. Now he's a little older. He's been in the league a little longer now, and I think that he's learned a little more now that he's gone to another team and come back. I think he's a different guy.
yeah, so yeah, my guy John Herndon in the chat. Yeah, you must have came in a little bit late, bro, because that was our first the best five. So we had Tyler Smith at left tackle, TJ Bass, Hoffman, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele. So that was the first five that we went over. But the question was whether or not Lyle Collins is in play. Now, if we know the Joneses, we know that he is. Let's just put it this way. If Chuma Udoga, bum ass Chuma Udoga, and I say bum ass respectfully, but
Respectfully.
before he came over here, you know what I'm saying? He was with the Jets, he's with the Falcons. He couldn't get off the bench with them teams, really. And then he came over and played with us, and he was in play. If he was in play last year, you bet your sweet ass Lyle Collins is in play.
Oh,
If we know the
definitely.
Joneses, yeah, for sure. I'm not saying that he's better than TJ Bass, and I'm
But
not
that's
saying that he
probably
should be in play.
but that's probably also the reason why they haven't re-signed Chuma Doga yet.
He's a better player than Chuma Edoga.
We know
Even
that.
right now, even him being hurt, even hurt as stiff hip Lyle Collins is better than Chuma Edoga.
Agreed.
I mean, Chuma Edoga, if we're being completely honest, and I don't have nothing against the guy. I don't have nothing against him at all. But he really at spurts he played well. But then there was just those bonehead situations, and we can't afford to have bonehead situations with not really having the depth at quarterback. Because I don't trust Trey Lance and Cooper Rush. we were able to run the ball when we had Cooper Rush in there. People forget Zeke Elliott was playing really good football, and Tony Pollard was playing really good football during that stretch. We ran the football, we played play action, we played keep away, and then we played behind our defense. People forget that part. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like I should throw that out there, that we got to protect our quarterback. We have to
Well, you and
protect
I
our
talked
quarterback.
about this off camera before, about Ezekiel Elliott and a possible reunion of him coming back. Like, I'm all for it. Like, I also said, you got Rico Dowdle back, re-signed for a year. You bring Ezekiel Elliott back, and you get you a young guy in the draft, man. You could do some things. You could create another thunder and lightning type situation, like how you had with him and Tony Pollard.
Well, I was for it before we signed Rico. You know what I'm saying? Now that we signed Rico, there's no point because, like, look, think about it. Now you have two backs. That's just a waste of a roster spot, technically, right now. I mean, unless you're we're not getting rid of Deuce. Deuce ain't going nowhere unless, like, we find just a
I
better,
mean, you
like,
got Snoop
option.
Connor. I don't even know who that is. They got Snoop Connor on the team, and then they got Malik Davis.
Can't
So maybe
body,
they could battle out for that last
can't
spot.
body, can't bodies. They're
Okay.
can't
All
bodies,
right.
to be
Well,
honest.
he'll get
No,
cut.
yeah, because I'm just looking at it this way, and I'm just keeping it 100, keeping it funky. Because Hunter Lepke is going to have one of the running back spots, And honestly, I don't think we
Well,
talk enough about him.
he's like your utility, like running back, fullback. I don't know. Mike McCarthy trying. He need to use him like he did Coons. Remember when he had Coons when he was with Green Bay?
Yeah, but I think that Lepke has a little bit more running back ability than him. Quite frankly, I think the issue with Hunter Lepke is that he didn't get enough reps because in the Miami game, if you remember in that first drive, he was rolling. Offense was rolling. We hit him in the flats. He got a
Yeah.
couple carries for us on some short situations, and then we just had the fumble, and then we never heard from him again.
Yeah, he had that
One
brain
time
part in the end zone. It's like, well.
Yeah. So, and if you remember when we had some red zone struggles scoring at the 1 yard line, he got us a touchdown early on in the year. I think the biggest issue with Hunter Lepke is that we just didn't play him. We didn't play him when we were blowing teams out. You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
my guy John Herndon is in the chat. We had a discussion about this on the phone, and we're going to have John on one of these Fridays, definitely for sure. But we had a discussion, and I was just like, when we were blowing teams out, why aren't we getting these guys? Why aren't we getting Rico more carries? Why aren't we getting Hunter Lepke more carries? Because deep down, when it comes to a Green Bay or a game later on in the year, you never know who you're going to need to step up at the moment to give you a spark. And I just don't think we gave the young guy Lepke enough reps really to just say at the time the biggest game of the year in Miami, saying here you go, go score the touchdown for us in meaningful snaps. You know what I'm saying? I think that you could have built up the meaningful snaps for him if you just give him a little bit more, how do I say it, game repetition. That's just me, though, Mike is saying the same thing, not giving a lot of opportunities. So, yeah, that's how I felt about that. But as far as the best lineman approach, let's talk about it now. So, if we're in the draft, right? What's your ideal situation if we were to address offensive line early in the draft? Where are you going? Are you going center or are you going left tackle, or does it depend on the play?
Anything interior offensive line, that's whether it's a center or a left or right guard. That's what you need.
Okay, gotcha. So, do you have any names? Because I know
You need interior line depth. That's what you need. Because, like I said, we got Austin Richards, we got TJ Bass. I mean, those guys are versatile as well. But you need center depth. You need center depth. That's why I said I want Jackson Power Johnson in the first. If he's there, you better slap that damn table for him.
Okay, gotcha. So, are there any tackles that you're looking at? Because for me, JPJ is also that's the only center that I would take in the first round. I'm not gung ho on taking the center in the first round because, as I did a video on centers that dropped a couple of days ago, I think your day 2 centers could definitely step in and play day 1. I think so personally.
The only other center I looked at was Zach Frazier, but that's more like a third round guy.
Yeah, I think Zach Frazier. mid second round, third. I got a second round grade on him. There's a couple of other guys, Cedric Van Pran out of Georgia. I just did a short on him. So look, guys, I did a long in-depth video on Zach Frazier, Cedric Van Pran, and Bo Limmer yesterday. So go ahead and check that out if you hadn't had a chance. I'm uploading shorts to it too, because I know people's attention spans are trash nowadays. So for the people who have trash attention spans and you don't really want to sit through an 8-minute video, you just want to see it in 52 seconds or 55 seconds. I'm uploading that as we speak. The last one that I have to upload is Bo. No, I did Bo already. I have to Zach Frazier's the last one I have to upload as far as the short goes. But if you guys haven't had a chance to check them out, go check them out. But yeah, center, I think guard is also a situation too. Middle rounds, I think. Mason McCormick from, I forget what the school is named, but it's a small school. I think it's like John Herndon. I know you know what school Mason McCormick is
It's a
from.
lot of small school guys in this draft this year. You notice it?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, like the reason that I'm going to give the Cowboys credit for this. I'm going to give the Cowboys credit for this, guys. The reason I'm gonna give them credit for it is because we are, our urgency has been to sign undrafted free agents. So we find these small school guys. We find these guys in the Negro leagues, as I like to call the HBCUs. We find them in the Negro leagues. We find them at I don't know, North or South Dakota State or whatever the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna find these guys and we're gonna offer them a little extra bag just to come on and be a part of our team. So I think that what teams are starting to look at now, which makes me a little upset, because a guy like Isaiah Land or a guy like Marquise Bell, they should have been drafted players.
Yeah.
And because they're part of the HBCUs, these scouts have not been taking them serious. So
Well, I
what
went
do you
to
think about that?
HBCU, so I'm all about these HBCU guys getting some love finally, because there's talent in HBCU, especially school I went to. I was like, my old college don't get no love, and we got talent because we win in our division all the time. But they always go to all the big PWI schools because that's where the press is. You know what I mean? Like the smaller schools don't get the love, but it's good to start seeing them people that are out here trying to push it to them. So.
Yeah, for certain. And actually, there's a tackle at Howard right now that I think that should get some looks right now. He's 6'8", I think 360
It's in my
pounds or
room.
something like that. I forget his name. It's hard to pronounce. And I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I'm going to do a video on him. I'm going to do a video on the Howardson. Like, what type of Howard alum would I be if I didn't do a video on the prospect that they have? He showed up at the combine, looked pretty
You got to
good.
show love to your school, bro. Always.
I mean, the youngin is 8, 360 pounds, bro, and he can move. So, what are we talking about here? So, I mean, my guy John Herndon put Tanner Bordellini. You had an opportunity. You haven't had an opportunity to look at youngin from. I think he's from I think he's from Wisconsin. I know his name. I think he's from Wisconsin. So we love Wisconsin centers. You know what I'm saying?
What? Oh yeah. Anything Wisconsin, Nebraska, anything in that Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, bro. Look, Big Ten, bro. Big Ten does. If you're looking for, look, I'm not a person that's big on like helmet watching as much. You know what I'm saying? Like, meaning like, but I do know pedigree and I know programs that build pedigree. And the Big
But you know
Ten.
what Jerry Jones likes though. Jerry Jones likes the Wisconsin guys. Jerry
Well, I
Jones
like
likes
those Wisconsin guys. I like the Wisconsin guys. The reason I tell you I like Wisconsin does a hell of a job on teaching the fundamentals when it comes to linemen.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's not anything that they can't do. They can do gap scheme. They could do zone. Like, they're very well versed. And normally with Wisconsin, you'll find the center that can pull. And that's really what I like in my offenses. I like to, be able to switch it up with the gap scheme. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It might was like a
you
Go ahead.
remember in the early years of Dak when we had Travis Frederick and we had all those guys, we were doing a lot of pulling and we were very athletic on that line. Those are the days of our running backs were eating because we were doing a lot of pulling and the offensive line was athletic and they were able to move like that. We haven't been doing that in the last couple of years. And you can definitely notice the difference in the way that our offenses function now and that lack of running game because of the way the offensive line and that lack of shifting.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And so look, we got a question. So I decided to go to Q&A right now before we do the mock draft. Uh Sleazy asks, if you get a running back in the draft, how do you plan on the player being used with Rico and Deuce? I'll just I think that the running back, if they get a running back, I think they're gonna go high, meaning second round. I think they'll get a second round running back, second or third round, and that's gonna be your feature back. And I think that Rico and Deuce will fit around whoever that running back is. I think that that running back is gonna be the guy. Just gonna be your day one starter. They're not gonna fool around with it. They're not gonna be like, "Oh, Rico, he's got to beat Rico out in order to play." Nah, hell no. This is gonna be our guy. They're gonna play him. They're gonna plug and play, and that's where we're gonna go with. And if you look at our history, we've done a hell of a job with plug and play running backs. You know what I'm saying? It's when we try and have the backup to whoever the back was before that we have a little bit of the trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think in the history of it. Shoot, when we tried to do Hamburg, it looked that way.
Oh yeah.
When we threw Julius Jones in there after he finally got right, Julius Jones hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? The only time it worked is when Marion Barber took over. You know what I'm saying? But Marion Barber was a dog in himself. He
But
was
that's
a
what I'm saying.
dog.
If you got one guy that's a bruiser like that, and another guy that's like a shifty guy that's you could get out the ball out in the flat and make space, then you got a running game right there. Because like I said, that's thunder and lightning to me. That's what I think that this team needs, and we had it before. And I just think we need to get back to that because we know that Dak could throw the ball, but you don't want him throwing the ball 70 something times a day because interceptions will happen. And that's just with any quarterback. So, but you got to have that balance. Now, as far as the draft running backs, what do you think about Jonathan Brooks out of Texas, second round?
Love him, bro, but he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? We can't afford to have a
You know how
back.
this team is with these hurt guys
Yeah, I know how they are, but at this point, like we're not in a position where we can have a situation where he can sit.
at all.
Now, if you had Zeke Elliott, like you talked about, and you had Rico, you might be able to let him sit for a little bit. The reason I say that is early on in the year, you know what I'm saying? You're not depending on Zeke to carry you throughout. And
Right.
Zeke has had the experience. Hell,
You just
he
need
did
Zeke
that.
for those tough yards and goal line. That's really all you need Zeke for.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you had another back, if they had gone in free agency, if you know, somebody said J.K. Dobbins, right? And I know J.K.
That's another
is
injured guy. Has he
he
ever
is
played a whole season?
he is, but I'm saying if you got a J.K. Dobbins and you had him on the roster with Rico as it stands right now, or whatnot, or not have Rico, then I feel okay with getting the Texas running back.
Okay.
It's just that right now, like you ain't nobody featuring Rico. Nobody featuring Rico, bro. We're the
No.
only team that want. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. And I love Rico and what he brings to what we are. We're the only team that wants Rico
So this is the thing. It ain't even just
consistently.
that. And I've realized this over the years with this Dallas Cowboys team. The way that the Jones run it, they run it just like it's a regular business. But my whole thing is, why are you in the football business? Because if you're in the football business, you need to be about football. If you just want to be a business person, go do your oil, go do some fishing, go do something else.
Because they
Like
getting
stay
paid
away
hand over
from
fist.
football.
Because they getting paid hand over fist, bro. I mean,
Because
at the
all
end of
you
the day,
doing, because all you doing right now is pissing the fan base off because you're not doing anything and you're not worried about your job because can't nobody fire you because you're running it. And and I think right now, and I feel sorry for Mike McCarthy right now. I really do. I feel like they're setting him up for failure.
yeah, for sure. It's definitely all out. Draws out, all out.
Look. All out meaning I'm out. I'm about to head on out. That's what they
I'm
do.
gonna head on out.
They heading on out. That's what they do. They said no free agents for you.
Yeah, look, Mike Aldana says show doesn't care about the fan. Yes, sir, bro. They do not. Hey, special shout out to Joe Gonzalez. How you doing? One of the day ones right there. She said hello, good evening to E2Blu, and everyone in the chat. She's such a sweetheart all the time. You know
Oh
Joe, bro.
yeah. Shout out to Joe Gonzalez. She's awesome.
Yeah. So, but as far as backs, man, the guy that I have my eye on and that's taken in the first round, like the person that I would take if he's there is Trey Benson, Florida State. But from what I understand, I don't even know if the Cowboys sent any
But I
representation
heard that Trey
to
Benson
Florida
had
State.
a third round grade on him though.
I mean, I don't know who's putting him in the third round grade. I got a second round grade on him. Hey, John, if you still in the chat, bro, what grade do you have on Trey Benson? I mean, in most mock drafts, he's been showing up in the third round. But we have to keep in mind, too, E2, if you got your guy, you got to take him. The reason you got to take him is because you might not get because when the running backs start going, they're going to go. They're going to go really, really fast.
The one thing I can't say good about this Jones family, they're good at drafting. They're good at willing and dealing when draft time comes. Now, you look at what we have right now. We got a first, a second, a third, a fifth, a sixth, and 2 sevens. That ain't going to be enough to get what we need because most of your draft picks are in the later rounds. And the way that our team is depleted right now, you need these mofos to start. And you and I talked about this all the time. You cannot go into a draft again, window dressing your board, and on top of that, try to go in for a need. I'm talking about like a dire need because when teams know that you have a dire need, what they gonna do? They're gonna jump you. It's gonna be like chess.
Yeah,
check,
absolutely.
check. So I just don't see how this is gonna be a positive, bro. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Me either, bro. But that's why I think they have to go ahead and get. That's why I think they have to go ahead and get them when they have their opportunity. And maybe it's a good thing that they didn't have the people go to Florida State and show their hand too bad. Maybe they met with the guys that they wanted to talk to already, and for the purpose of if they try and jump them in line, then they're not giving away who it is that they truly want to draft because ultimately. We have a lot of sources, bro. A lot of sources know things. They talk to scouts. Hell, I got sources. You know what I'm saying? So, they have to do whatever they have to do to try and keep these things a little bit of a secret. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm interested in that. Hey, did Mark pop in the chat, bro?
Is that the real Mark Holmes?
The real Mark Holmes, yeah, because he got a wrench. What's up, Mark? How you doing, man?
Oh yeah, that is Mark. Okay.
Yeah,
because you know there's imposters out there. So,
oh yeah, that definitely is imposters. Look, I'm gonna send Mark because I know he has his show to do. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send Mark an invite, and if Mark wants to jump on with us real fast, he definitely can.
He said, "I'm me."
I think is the Cowboys Mark 94 or 91? Do you remember?
It's 94.
There we go. All right. Yep, that's him. All right. So, Mark, if you want to jump on real fast and
and
talk
congrats to you, bro. 100,000 subs, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. Look, let's do something real fast and let's talk about what Mark means to us in the YouTube game because I know for a fact without Mark, you and I wouldn't be sitting here together. We wouldn't be sitting here doing this right now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Mark is the whole reason why I even have a channel.
Me too. I didn't even want to do it. I was doing voiceovers to draft videos, and I was doing a podcast because I ain't want nobody to see my face, bro.
I was doing voiceovers on cartoon characters, so yeah, I know.
Yeah. So Mark was like, man, if you really want to, do this thing, you got to show your pretty little face. I'm pretty sure that's what he said, like verbatim or something like that. And I'm just like, all right, bro, like I'll do it. I'll do it. Fine.
I remember I remember the first time that I met Mark when we were at that Crystal City pub or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw that he had a channel, right? So I was following Law for a minute, right? And at the time, I didn't know what Law looked like. I just know he had a deep, velvety voice. I was like, "It's an old man. It's an old man." So then, when I finally met Law, I was like, "Oh, he's like my
Now
age."
listening to the very best.
So then I met Mark, and Mark was like, "Oh, we're doing a meet and greet up at the Crystal City." I was like, "That was the perfect time for me to go." So at the time, I was still married with my ex-wife. So me and her went up there, and I was like, and I saw Mark. I just thought he was a celebrity. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" So I was trying to get his attention. I was trying to buy one of his T-shirts, and Tracy was like, "Mark, why are you ignoring him? He's trying to buy a T-shirt from you."
Yeah, let me try and get this.
The next time, the very next week, I came back up there. I got up there early, and I saw Mark upstairs, setting up his live stream. And I went over there, introduced myself to him, and we just started talking. And I told him that I was interested in YouTube, and I like to talk football and stuff. So he invited me on the channel. Sat there with him, and we were talking. And like people in the chat were like, "Yo, who's this guy? He's cool. You should have him on the show more often." And next thing you know, me and Mark became friends, and then from then on, I started my channel when the Eagles, the year that the Eagles went to the Super Bowl the first time, and it's been E2Blu ever since.
Mark Holmes, how are you doing today, sir? I tried to remove some.
Man, I am. I try and be an optimist. I try to always look for the good things and all that, but man, it's hard this off season. I try and go back to things that have happened in the past because this is right where we've been. Like it seems like every off season. Remember 2 years ago we had Amari Cooper went, Cedric Wilson went. We had an all-pro punter, and at first we didn't have the money to bring him back, and it was always the same shit. And then somehow, by the end of training camp, we're all of a sudden a Super Bowl, contender. And this is what's crazy is, we're all sitting here right now looking at the Cowboys and seeing we ain't doing shit. We are doing absolutely nothing. We wait last minute to do stuff. I'm still in my mind trying to say, why are we waiting to do CD Lamb? Are we going to wait until after Justin Jefferson gets his deal so it'll cost us more? Why are we
pretty much
until August to do Dak to see if anybody else is going to get paid so that way he'll get paid even more money? I'm just like, if you see all the moves that the Joneses don't move and the mistakes that they make, why do you sit here and blame the quarterback that we can't win the Super Bowl? I mean, honestly.
And that's
I'm
what I
not
was
blaming
saying.
the quarterback.
And that's what I was saying before you got on, Mark. We were just talking about we just feel like they're just the Joneses are like they're going into a season where they're cleaning house. And the two people that are going to suffer is Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott, unfortunately.
But you know what? We say this we're having the exact same conversation when we got rid of Amari Cooper, Cedric Wilson, and crew. We let go everybody then, and we're saying we're setting up Mike McCarthy for failure, right? That was 2 years ago.
But you know what's crazy? They never did this to Jason Garrett. And Jason Garrett was 8-8, 8-8, 8-8.
Maybe they feel. Maybe they feel like
I got some data on it. I want you to think about this. 2013, and this is where I'm like, maybe there's hope. Because 2013, Jason Hatcher led us in sacks with 11. We had DeMarcus Ware. He had 6. He was injured a little bit, right? And Sean Lee had like 99 tackles. Sean Lee tore his knee up the first OTA practice. We got rid of DeMarcus Ware, and Jason Hatcher signed a big contract with Washington, right? And at that time, we were 26th in scoring defense and 32nd in yardage. We were terrible. And you got rid of your best 3 players. Not to say that 2014 that they were a great defense, but they went from that to like 17th, getting rid of those players. So I look and say, well, they did something right. And I think Jeremy Mincey was the guy who had the most sacks in that year, 2014, and it was 6. So they did kind of do that to Jason Garrett. This is their MO. We're not paying guys, and it's kind of disgusting when you think that
But
they
I don't
probably
know,
had to use
Mark.
Mike
I feel
Zimmer
like
to get Eric Kendrick to take less money than going to San Francisco.
this year though is different when it comes to like them really not doing anything. Like, yeah, we've not done things before, but we really not do like we normally at least sign the majority of the guys that are here. We ain't even doing that. They just
Yeah,
letting
but
talent
okay.
walk
Now,
out
now
the door.
here's my response to that though. Is we've been hearing there's a culture problem, and Jerry Jones, when asked about that, said if stopping the run and running the football is culture, then we have a culture problem. And so now you got Mike Zimmer in here. Mike Zimmer may be looking for a totally different type of player than what we had here. Think of Dan Quinn likes the guys that are long, lean, fast, and physical, right?
I agree with that part, but
So
what does that have to do with Dorrance Armstrong and or Dante Fowler?
lighten the
They
act.
they
But here's the thing. When we signed Dante Fowler, did you go, oh my God, we got Dante Fowler. Man, he's incredible. He had
what I
4
said
sacks.
when we got him though, I wasn't like hoorah hooray, but I was like, okay, he would definitely be a good piece of this defense. When you talk about rotating guys, when it's talking about people getting tired, you have a rotation of guys where there's not a drop off, and where he comes in, literally like you're going here to here, so it's not like a crucial downward plateau of talent. But without them, now it's like, okay, well, it's here and then nothing.
But hold on, though. But see, I think that here's what you're looking at, though. So Dante Fowler, 4 sacks last year, which has been basically his MO. He had 6 last year and had 4.5 sacks the year before in Atlanta and 3 sacks the year before that. I think they look at it and say, we can find a Dante Fowler. And with Mike Zimmer, he's going to look for guys that are bigger on the defensive line. And so now you start looking, and Hankins to me was the one that I kind of said I'm surprised they didn't bring him back, because he was the only guy that was really over 300 pounds after Mozzie. They had him drop 40 pounds for whatever reason.
Not just big, but effective. You know what I'm saying? Because we need big and effective.
But he is getting older, and he was basically left on the roadside by the Raiders. So I think they're looking and saying, we can find those kind of guys. Because I think here's where I look at it and say, they look at it and say the offense scored points. Tyron Smith, maybe we're tired of trying to nurse him, through the season and stuff, and it's time to get the next generation. We paid too much for Tony Pollard, and they will run a running back in the ground and let him go.
Oh yeah.
That they'll just say, okay, we're going to draft another running back. And when I looked at the numbers, I was surprised at looking at free agent running backs. Out of 10, and I'm talking about Adrian Peterson and DeMarco Murray's and Todd Gurley's things, typically they're still going downhill with the new teams. There were only 2 of the 10 that I pulled up that actually had better numbers going to another team. So I think they were looking at it and saying, if we get Derrick Henry, will his numbers still be credible?
Yeah.
We're going to pay him $10 million, or do we look at it and say, we got Eric Kendrick for $2.5 million. I can get 4 guys for the price of him. And
now,
linebacker production doesn't typically drop after 30, but running back it typically
definitely does. And so I think they're gonna make moves, but they're the bargain basement guys, and that's what they do.
But this is the thing about the bargain basement. I understand that, and we've kind of, I guess, made patchwork out of it before. It's not like I'm sitting here missing DA and I don't want the fans to think that. The issue that I'm having is the fact that we don't have no money, and our draft picks, like I said, we have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 5, a 6, a 2, 7.
Well,
so
that's a bit of
we
a
broke. We broke. We over here eating ramen and fried bologna right now.
And you know what? We can go ahead and get money at any time that we want to. Okay. We don't believe the Dan Orlowski's. If you go ahead and get CD Lamb's deal done, you're going to get some money now. Because here's where it's interesting is at the moment, you see the Eagles with like $32 million and we got 5, right? Come next year, next offseason, I know we haven't gotten Dak's contract done or CDs and things like that. We got like 95 million next year, where the Eagles only have about 12.
But we also got dead cap space from players.
So
that are
Mark,
not
wouldn't
even
it make
on the
more? Wouldn't it make more sense if we have 95 next year to get the deals done with Micah,
believe
with
me.
CD, with Dak?
Yes,
it makes more sense to get them done right now,
team. Get
and
them
then
out
we're
the
in a
way.
position to, if you're gonna get free agents, you know what I'm saying, go. You're in a position to maybe get a 1 or 2 year deal for a guy that's going to help you win now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I agree, but that's just not them. You know, they're going to do it the way they do it. I'm going to put it like Law did to me, because on the eve of free agency, I said, "Do you think we're going to do anything?" He said, "Man," he said, "Do you know how to barbecue?" I said, "Of course I know how to barbecue." He said, "You know, how do you do it?" I said, "Man," I said, "I, low and slow. I cook about, 15 to 20 hours for that pork shoulder stuff." He said, "Are you going to change up how you doing? Because you think you're doing it right?" I was like, "No." So that's the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Now, for the most part, they get killed. And if you honestly look back and see, we never do anything in free agency this time. I will actually
I'm
say,
surprised that we made those trades for Gilmore
but Mark,
how do we know that those moves aren't making? Because here's where I kind of say, okay, if this happened, then you would say, okay, there's a plan. But I want you to think back 2 years ago. Remember when we were talking DMV about training camp, and we were looking at linebackers, and Leighton Vander Esch was the only linebacker we had that had more than 50 tackles, and we signed Anthony Barr, knowing that Vander Esch was neck problems.
We were so happy about that too. And I'm not gonna lie, I was ecstatic.
I actually have to say, right now, our linebacker room is potentially better now than it was 2 years ago.
I think just if you look at it right now, if you look at just Kendricks and a healthy Overshown,
yeah, and then you get Damone Clark, you get him and use him, on the weak side, because he actually had a lot of tackles and things, but he was like literally the only one out there.
Because remember when Leighton was in the game, he needed Leighton to help him out and tell him, where to be at and this, that, and the third. But I think Eric Kendricks can be that for him now, with him knowing what Zimmer wants. So I think him being on this team is more valuable than we think, not just because of the play, but more so his impact on that linebacker core.
Well, if the Cowboys, okay, so we know come June 1st, we're going to get $9.5 million. Okay. At some point, I think, the Cowboys like the publicity. So they're going to string out, we're going to wait till August. I bet you that when we least expect that, Dak Prescott's contract's going to happen, and it's going to blow up the internet. You know what I'm saying? And if they do a couple of moves like they did, low value trades, because they can do that with capital they're going to have next year. Here's where I'm going to say this works out for both teams. Let's say come June 1st, the Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills make a trade for Stephon Diggs.
That ain't going to happen.
No, but hear me out for a second. No, just hear me out. Here's how it actually works, because
I'll hear you out.
No, just listen to me. For Buffalo, if they try and do anything to them before the 1st of June, they're taking $31 million cap hit. If they trade him after June 1st, they get $19 million in cap relief this year, right? If you're the Cowboys, you look at it and say, I'm going to get 3 extra 5s and a 6 next year because of compensatory picks.
How you going to get that contract and then pay CeeDee Lamb?
Okay, hold on. Remember, you got $93 million next year. You can sign him to a new contract and fix it any way you want to. This whole bullshit of you can't do anything, I want you to understand that New Orleans was $73 million in the red, and they got $20 million in cap space right now. Okay,
But we don't do like other teams do when it comes to that.
Well, here's this is true.
It goes back to I understand what you're saying, and I'm not against what you're saying. I hear everything you're saying. You're absolutely right, but it all goes back to what we know that what our team do, or the lack thereof, or don't do.
I'm just saying this is a possibility. This is where I'm holding out hope, at least. Okay, don't.
Man, hope ain't floating.
But that they're not going to look at it. Yeah, I hear you. But they're not going to spend money early on. They're going to look to make some moves and things like that. I honestly believe that they looked at this and said, I can lose with you guys. I can lose without you guys on the defensive front. They haven't really touched the secondary, with the exception of letting Stephon go. But I think they're looking at that and saying, we'll get Diggs back. We got Deron Bland that's playing well and things. We're okay in the secondary. The secondary actually was the strength of the defense. Our problem was that defensive line and the linebacking core. And that we can find some defensive linemen there. You know, if the Cowboys go in and first round pick is, you know, the best offensive lineman, be it a center or a tackle, you know, or even a guard, and plug him in, and then say in the second round get a running back, your offense is going to be in pretty good shape, because you look and say Schoonmaker should take at least a step to be a good blocker. We know that our other guy is becoming one of the better tight ends. You know, you've got Cooks, you got CD, Jalen Tolbert now, you know, can get into the spotlight a little bit more. You're actually loaded on the offense. Now it's a matter of me, can I find, you know, a couple of good defensive linemen? You know, now it's time for Sam Williams. We got you as a second round pick. Now you're going to get more of an opportunity to play, and let's see what you got. He's got the physical attributes. And you let go of Adante Fowler, hoping that guy is going to now get more playing time and step up. So I don't know if I've done anything to make you feel better or worse. And this is where I'm waffling from side to side, and I say maybe this is the plan.
It's a lot of hope right now, Mark, and it's like I said, this offseason is just different. Like you know, we know what we've seen before. Mm-hmm. We've you know, crossed our T's and dotted our I's at the end, but I just don't see how they're gonna. It's too much to counteract for right now. Because even when you look at Trey Diggs and Omarion, Overshown,
touch,
icebox, say no, but no. When you look at Overshown and Trey Diggs coming back from those injuries, are they going to be 100%? Are they going to be ready for training camp?
Very good question. Yeah.
It's a lot of.
Here's what I'll say though. Okay, the difference being Michael Gallup, because we can use that and say Michael Gallup wasn't ready to start, right? But Michael Gallup's happened in the playoffs. Overshown happened before the season started. Diggs happened in the third week of the season. So you're talking about several more months of time to recover that Michael Gallup didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and I guess Trey Diggs was kind of early too, wasn't it? Like
Diggs was like,
yeah, but both of them were early. Trey Diggs was like what week 3? It's about to be right before week 3.
Before the Cardinal game. So
yeah,
whatever
week 3.
Oh, so right before week 3.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna be fine. Like I mean,
you're right. He might be all right. I don't know. I that's why I ain't been doing no videos lately, because I've been hurt.
Yeah.
And I don't know what
ACLs aren't what they used to be. It's just that you can't force these guys back before they're ready.
Before they're ready, yeah. And that's what happened with Michael Gallup. He was not
Terrence
ready.
Terrence Steele too.
Yeah. And that's where you hope that Terrence Steele, you know, steps back up and stuff. But I got to get ready to go, because I got to get ready.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to definitely say that. Hey, Mark, appreciate you for stopping by, man. We'll be over. I'll be over in the chat in a little bit, man. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man.
Thank you for stopping by.
Hey,
listen.
Congrats again, Mark, for hitting that 100,000 mark. You the GOAT, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, this shit, that ain't nothing, man. You expect something big to happen and all that, and it was like I woke up the next morning, it was like they ain't nothing changed. It's the same grind. The Cowboys.
You get that plaque yet? You get that plaque?
Not yet. That takes about 6 weeks or so. So first, after about a week or two, they notify you and say congratulations, and here's how you can get your plaque. And I haven't gotten a notification yet from YouTube.
But here you go, you dusty old man.
You gonna have a party when the plaque comes through? You definitely
I may go ahead and do that. Yeah, I may do that. I've been down here actually at the Red Brick House because my mother-in-law broke her leg, and so Tracy's been taking care of her since she's like before Valentine's. Oh no, she's doing good. She just has to have help, you know, until that cast comes off, you know, getting out of bed and things. So that's where I've been down here and setting up kind of studio in the shop.
Hey, look, let me tell you, I didn't realize how far down there Waynesboro is. I just came back from North Carolina for my skate trip last weekend. Mm-hmm. And when I was driving down there, I'm like close to North Carolina at this point. I'm like, damn, I'm in Waynesboro. I already drove like 2 hours, and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, wait, there's several Waynesboros and things like that, man. We're just outside Charlottesville.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell Waynesboro I was in. Shit, must have been.
Like I said, there's a Waynesboro in Pennsylvania, Alabama, Carolina. There's all kinds of Waynesboros.
Isn't there Waynesboro in Texas or something too?
I think there probably is.
Well, it had to have been that Waynesboro because I was going down that
it's
way.
a lot of Waynes.
Well, you're going down 64 or 81?
81. Okay,
if you're going 81, yeah. But we're about 3 more hours before the Carolina border.
No. So I saw the sign for what is it, Charlotte?
For Charlottesville,
and then it said Waynesboro.
Yeah.
And I was like, the exit for it. I passed by it. And I was like, oh, that's how you get over there.
Yeah.
Asking. These are Virginia people problems.
I said, if I go down there, bro, we spending the night because that's a long drive.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate the love, man, and keep up the good work, man, and keep the pressure on the Joneses, man.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. You know it, bro. You know it. Hey, remember, I was first on the DAC. Don't sign the extension until you figure out what they're doing.
Yeah.
Remember,
they've done nothing to say, let me sign on here.
Exactly. Nope. He has no incentive, but I know he wants to be here, and he will. They'll make a deal happen.
Yeah. All right, good guys. Peace.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Let's get to this mock draft, man, and then we can get to this. We can get to this fun stuff real fast. So how deep are you into the draft, Pause?
I got a little bit of mock going on right now. I could give you some players in each category if we stay pat. I hate doing mocks, especially this year is hard because of the simple fact that I know we're not staying pat. Like with what we have such little draft picks. I know they're gonna wheel and deal.
All right, so let me say, because when Mark got on, that kind of threw off my layout a little bit, but we all got a chance to see everything. Let me see if this
I got a couple of different scenarios that I want to play with.
Yeah, I'm trying to. All right, cool. We got a good layout right here. Okay, so let's take a look. All right, so look, everybody, I just made everything even right here. So we have public versus PFF board, pair for positional value, draft for needs, and randomness. So we're going to enter the draft. We're going to go fast instead of turbo. We'll see guys go off the board. Okay. So we're going to start the draft.
Start that draft. Hey. Start that draft. What the hell is that? Who is that?
Right there. If he's sitting right there, I got you. But let's see who went, though.
I cannot see
Caleb,
who is that.
Caleb went. Drake May. Oh, Drake May went to Washington. That makes me happy. Marvin Harrison Jr. That makes my boy Mo happy. All right, so
if Drake May
looks like this looks like a pretty accurate draft, but I don't know if that might make sense. LA getting JJ McCarthy right there. Did I set it for one round? I think I did. We could do it all over. But right here, man, based on it, I would go Troy here. Washington tackle. He's probably one of the most.
That's Vacha's guy right there.
Troy is the tackle that I would take. It's probably about two, like between Graham and Troy. Those are the two that I would take at 24. And then there's only one center that I would take. But I also want to go edge at this pick. But there's nobody here that I think is better than Troy. So let's see what everybody in the comments.
You're not going to take Zach Frazier at 24 if Jackson's not there?
Hell no, because Zach Frazier is not a better player than Troy, and we have a need at left tackle. So if I got Tyler Smith and Troy Fontanu, and then Hoffman and Bass is fighting out for my center position, then I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I would feel good with that. So I would go Troy here in a heartbeat.
Agreed. I'm with that.
Yeah, I'm dragging on this, but I would go Troy there.
All right, what we got for second round?
Yeah, I accidentally hit one round, so I gotta go 7. But we would have went Troy there. So let's go new mock draft. We'll go.
And it said A+. Yay!
Yeah, for sure, bro. If Troy falls to you, you got to take him. You have to take him. All right. So, yeah. If Fashanu fell right here, I would be tempted to take him here. I'm not going to take Wiggins. I'm not taking the corner in the first round. Not taking him. Brian Thomas Jr., that definitely raises a flag for me because I told you in the chat earlier, this is almost like Greg Ellis, Randy Moss for me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Brian Thomas is Randy Moss, but he has some Randy Moss qualities. You look at his height.
So you going with the wide receiver right there?
I would. You look at his height. You look at how fast he is, how fluid he is with his routes and stuff like that. Me personally, I'm with load the clip. I'm load the clip with this. Like 24 for me needs to be a day one starter. Needs to be somebody that's going to come in and play. Now, don't get me wrong. I would go for this is probably who I think the Cowboys would pick. Me personally, based on these players, I would go Brian here. But that's just my personal preference. I'm between these two would probably be your more than likely. So who would you pick?
From that pick, I would go with him with Brian as well. But on my particular mock that I did beforehand in the past, I had Xavier Leggett from South Carolina.
You took him in the first?
No, second.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so here's my thing about it, right? At receiver, you can find other receivers. Like you got your guy from his name will pop up when I think of it. Javon Baker. Sorry, you got a Javon Baker who I think is a phenomenal player. To me, I think Brian Thomas is a talent. You know what I'm saying? I think that like sometimes you look at it and you say, okay, need versus real BPA talent. But I think because he fell to you, I think the pedigree of this player.
If he's
And
there,
the
you got to
hole that
get
we
him.
created, we got to take the Penn State tackle. But I had a hard time not taking Brian Thomas Jr. I'm just telling y'all that.
What do you think second round? Because I wanted to go kind of defensive tackle there because we need that. I was thinking Dominique Easley.
Dominique Easley?
Yeah, out of Florida.
I don't even think that does he have a second round grade?
He might be a third, but it might be a slight reach for us. But I think that because of the lack of talent that's going to be there when we do draft, I was saying that might be, an option for us.
You sure that's this draft? Because I don't even see a Dominique Easley up here.
He's not on there?
Nah. But I will tell you, like, out of this group, see, this sucks because I really like this kid right here. This kid right here can play. Karen, if y'all haven't had an opportunity to watch this kid, he offers.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
You said from Florida? Like,
nah, I'm looking at the wrong Florida thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, got you. I wouldn't take Jonathan Brooks here. Based on what's on this board, it's tough because
I like
we
this
just got to tackle.
Here. What round are we in? I can't see.
We're in round 2. We're in round 2.
Okay.
Me personally, all right. Out of what I'm looking at right here, I probably would go.
If you're going for need,
people gonna be mad. People gonna be mad at that. Like for me, I don't like going need. Like I would really go here. I would go Junior Colson out of Michigan. That's what I would do. I really want a running back. I also like Jalen Wright here.
I want to see. That's the thing. I want to run it back there too. But you said Trey Benson was gone. So
is he gone? I don't think he's gone. I think that he is still on the board. I think that you might be able to get him in the third. Let me see. Let's
you think he could last to the third round?
I don't think in this draft he will more than likely. In real life, I don't think he does. Right. And I'll tell you what. I think we can skip going running back. No, well, we don't have a.
Well, you know what? I think he might.
We would have to go either second round or third round for a running back. Like
I think he might drop to the third because I feel like a lot of teams have gotten, a lot of running backs went in free agency. So I don't think a lot of teams are really fighting for that.
I would probably go Chris Jenkins here. I'll probably go Chris Jenkins here. Let's see what the chat's talking about because we already took a O lineman. We took Fashanu at 24. Let's see.
All right, let's go with the let's go with
Chris Jenkins, defensive
go with the
tackle.
linebacker. See what we get graded on for that.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go Junior Colson here, which is not a bad pick. That's also another need. He's a very good player. And yeah, I think you got to go Trey Benson here. I think you have to go running back here. You know what I'm saying? Because you missed the 4th round. And when the 4th round comes, you're gonna miss out on
Oh wow,
all of
he's
the
there in the
other.
third.
Yeah. So
Get
look,
him,
all the other guys like Corm and
Trey
all of
Benson.
them, you
Trey
got to go
Benson.
Trey Benson here.
Put in the
Trey
card. Put in the
Benson,
card. Trey
boom, put
Benson.
in the card. Have to put in the card. I ain't even asking for the input of everybody else. Have to get a running back. Have to get a running back. So I like the draft so far. I think we're doing pretty well. 4th round. This is a traits guy, but we already got our tackle. I don't think we need to get another tackle. We got a defensive tackle.
All right, so we don't have a 4th round. So
yeah, we're in the 5th round right here. So I do know
is
that Bo
is
Brady from
Jordan
Maryland,
Jefferson available?
defensive tackle.
Because that's
Let's
who
take
I
a look.
had.
Yeah, he's still available. You
What you
might
think
want
about
to
Jordan
take him.
Jefferson?
I like him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not like somebody that I'm like in love with. I think that he's okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he's terrible. I probably would take if I was going to take him. I would probably take him in this round. I'm just trying to see who else is available. Jalen Green might be able to get him later, but you might not be able to. Jalen Green is a solid edge out of JMU. Brendan Jackson's a solid edge out of Washington State. And also remember, we have not touched edge right now. We have not touched edge. Let's see who's still on the board. As far as the edge, I'm just going to check and see who the edges are because we'll go Jordan Jefferson and we'll double up on the D tackle right now. But I just want to see who the edges are that's still on the board.
Yeah, because we definitely gonna need an edge at some point. But
I've heard some things about Jalen Harrell. I haven't really watched him yet. Brendan Jackson, I had an opportunity to watch him a little bit today. I like him. I mean, I kind of think like Michigan, man. Like I know we really hate Michigan,
and
but
you
their
know
defensive
how
line. If you
fans.
watch their defensive line, their defense, bro. Did you see what they did to Washington in that championship game? Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Man, this guy right here, though, look, Javon Foster has all of the traits to be a really good tackle for a long time. He needs development, but y'all take a look at Javon Foster. Let me see. 6'5", 319. Man, he quick, he nasty. I mean, he got long arms.
Double
Just said
dip.
we
Put that
already
card in.
you want to get another? Nah, we can't get another tackle. Let's
I
go with
know.
your
I
guy.
know. I know.
Let's go with your guy, bro. Let's
Hey,
go with
look.
Jordan Jackson.
Turn up.
Yeah. But Javon Foster is a hell of a player if y'all haven't had an opportunity to take
Who
a
did you
look
pick?
at him. I'll pick Jordan Jefferson.
Okay. Yeah, Jordan Jefferson, I think is what grade did we get for that?
I don't know. We go at the end. But Tanner
Okay.
Bortolini, we didn't get a center. I think this is your pick right here. I think you gotta go Tanner. And I mean
6th
Tenor.
round.
And he's a really good player. I don't think he's a 6th rounder, but if I would have given him a grade, I wouldn't. But I think you gotta go center right here. I ain't even asking y'all. I'm taking the center right there. I'm taking the center. Now, this is where it gets crazy. I really like
Where's
Curtis Jacobs.
Curtis Jacobs?
Yeah, he's a good linebacker. You know, he comes
That's
from
who I
Penn
was looking
State,
at.
but he has linebacker instincts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he's going to tear the top off as far as running and all that type of stuff. And you know, I mean, there obviously are flaws to his game, but he's a solid linebacker. Pull a card on Curtis Jacobs. Bet. There's another linebacker later on in this draft too. Hey, dog, I'm taking him. I'm sorry. Fuck it. We got 3 linebackers. Darius.
Oh, Tagovailoa.
Yeah. I'm taking him. Sorry.
You taking Tua's brother?
No, I ain't take Tua's brother. I took Darius Muasau out of
I'm about to
UCLA,
say.
bro. Yeah. So We took a lot of linebackers. We took 3 linebackers. But for the most part, I think that we touched on a lot of the needs here. Let's see what everybody else thinks.
All right, let's recap real quick.
Yeah, hey, look, hey, John. John said y'all just said F the center position. We got our center, John. We got our center. We got him. We got Tenor, baby. We got Tenor. Hey, John, corner is something that I feel like we can probably get in free agency. Post June 1st, I think we can.
Hey John, we ain't got that many draft picks, bro. So I mean, we ain't got. I said we ain't got much choice.
I tripled up on the linebacker, my bro. I tripled up on the linebacker. We gonna let him fight it out. We gonna let him. We gonna let him fight it out.
We need to stop this run. Our secondary is gonna be fine. We got enough guys out there already at cornerback, especially if they do bring back Gilmore, which I'm still hoping. But even if they don't, we got enough cornerbacks. But you got to get that up front right, because if you don't get that up front right, it don't matter who you got back there.
For certain. Hey, you have M-Town Memphis Made, who's been a member for 39 months on your channel, bro. Shout out and salute to you, brother. Salute to you.
Are we streaming on my channel? Because I can't see it on mine.
Yeah, we streaming on your channel, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we streaming on your channel as well. So look, guys, this is the draft that we ended up doing. Let me take a picture of it and post it. I know hey, look, we tripled up on the linebacker position, and I don't care.
I like that draft. I like
it too. I like it too.
Matter
I think that it's a draft that helps us.
Do a screenshot.
I don't even know how. Well, actually, hold on. Let me see.
Hold on, I'm about to do it.
You got it.
Hold on.
I was about to take a picture of it.
Yeah, I'm about to with my phone. I got it.
Bet, yeah. So look, what people don't know, and damn, I just dropped my phone on the ground. iPhone 13 just dropped on the ground. But yeah, Junior was a reach, but at that point, we were just trying to figure out whether or not we had to get our guy. You know what I'm saying? As far as the linebacker goes, because at that point we had to go defense. I think, but in the end, it worked out because, and it sounds funny, but Darius might end up being a better backer than him. But you get a guy like this is going to help on special teams. He's going to be in the linebacker rotation. You get what I'm saying? Like, Darius is definitely going to make the roster if this is how it falls. Curtis Jacobs, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be fighting for a spot.
Definitely another guy like that in special teams.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? We probably are going to have to hit the market for a DT if it were to fall this way. But I don't think that I think this is a really good draft. And especially, we ended up getting our center late. So shout out to us, the GMs. Somebody said, can I get a new GM? Can I draft a new GM? I don't see you talking now, sir. I'm just joking. So, hey, we said that at the end of this show, we said that, let me stop sharing my screen. We said that we were going to do 90 shows. We said we were going to talk 90 shows. So what I ended up pulling up was the 50 best 90 shows. Let me go back to sharing the screen, actually. Let's go back to sharing the screen. So I'm going to pull it up, and I have an idea. We talk about the show that pops up if we recognize it, if we watched it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of shows on here that we probably don't identify with, but people in the audience might.
I'll tell you my absolute favorite.
Okay. The Nanny. I remember The Nanny. I ain't gonna lie to you. Fran's Dresser was fine as hell. Hate her voice, but she's fine as hell. Hated it.
Hated it.
Mystery Science. You remember that?
I know about it, but I never watched it.
Okay. Never watched it.
Never watched it.
All right. Oh, I don't even know what I just did. Oh, I know. Never mind. Let me go back. All right. So, Mystery Science. Stargate SG-1. I remember it, but I didn't watch it.
I know a lot of people that liked it, but it wasn't my forte.
Mr. Bean. Hey, Mr. Bean was funny as hell. I wouldn't call it one of my favorites, but it was funny. Beverly Hills 90210.
Yes.
Dumbass show. I remember it. Dumbass show. Melrose Place.
Clueless.
Blossom. I remember
I used to, hey bro, I used to watch Clueless just for Stacey Dash.
Hey, didn't Richard Lewis used to be on Blossom?
Who?
Richard Lewis? Yeah, he well anyway, he was on
Richard Dreyfuss?
No, Richard Lewis. He was on Curb Your Enthusiasm too. He just passed away.
Oh
That's why I was thinking about it.
yeah.
Okay, Ellen, Mad About You, man. Dawson's Creek. I don't wanna wait for a lost. Remember that show? Felicity.
Oh,
Ally
Felicity.
McBeal.
What was the jump with remember Clarissa Explains It All?
Yeah. I remember that show. I don't even think that popped up on his list. Spin City. Like these shows, like Clarissa Explains It All would have popped up, but that was on Nickelodeon. You know what I'm saying? Like that was our childhood. Everybody Loves Raymond. Hey, that's a funny ass show, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
It
like,
still comes on periodically.
Yeah, on a rainy day, Everybody Loves Raymond will get you out of the way. So will King of Queens. King of Queens funny as hell too. Home Improvement, Wings. We'll go to a fast.
Are you still scrolling? Because it's still showing 49.
I was scrolling. Hold on.
It got
Let me
stuck.
go back. It got stuck. It had a virus.
Seinfeld is a classic.
Which one? Okay, here we go. Martin's 34. I don't know how the hell Martin got to 34.
First of all,
how did Doug beat Martin, bro?
First of all, let's stop at Martin for a minute.
Okay.
Because that is my all-time favorite 90s show. I am now known for wearing t-shirts with the sayings of the show. Do you remember this saying right here?
What is it to yo fellas? Let's be out.
Remember that episode where he was in the restaurant where they was like, boy, men rule? And
I don't.
And he had all the guys in the restaurant saying, anybody in here that's only here because they wife drug him here, raise their hand. And like he was like revolting against the women. And then like at the end of it, he was like, yo, fellas, let's be out.
I don't remember that. I remember it, but I don't remember it.
I have that. I just got this shirt. This just came in the mail. So I was like, it came in just in time for
facts, JB. Yay, 100% facts here, bro. Better than every show name, bro.
Random Spoons. Get the Step In. Those are all sayings. Got the Draws. That was the episode.
Got the Draws is my favorite, bro.
Yo, when he was in the courtroom.
Yeah. Got the Draws.
I'm gonna end up getting all these. I'm getting all the teas with all the sayings, bro.
Get the step. Yeah, get the step in.
I got Get the Step In already. You Go Boy. Oh, that ain't no damn puppy. That one.
Or we know the best scene of all time, right? You know the best scene of all time with Martin, right? When he had the dog.
The one where they stole a CD player. Where my CD player?
Yeah. That's the best scene. Yeah, you know that was all improv, right?
Oh, I know. Because they were supposed to get a real dog and they didn't.
Love Martin, man. Love Martin. Let's skim through.
Somebody said Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's definitely number 2 for me.
Doug.
I used to roll with Doug, bro. I used to watch Doug all the time. Like I would get out of school.
Doug. I was just watching Doug, actually. I got Disney Plus. When you got Disney Plus, but they got the new Doug. It don't got the Nickelodeon Doug. They got the what is the CBS Doug or whatever, like the Doug. I ain't really like that Doug too much.
I don't like the CBS Doug. I like the original Doug.
Yeah, facts. Like, what's up, funny?
Right. Roger Klotz.
Rugrats was my
Rugrats is a classic,
show.
bro.
Hey, did you ever hear the theory of it though? Like I be watching on TikTok sometimes, and you ever
I
hear
heard
the
a
theory
lot
of
of
it?
theories about that show, but I don't know.
Did you hear the theory that it was all Angelica's imagination, and that like Tommy was like a stillborn baby or something like that? And bro, I gotta send you the link.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, but when you go back and watch it, you like, damn.
But then you go back and see them as adults, and it's like, well, he wasn't no stillborn then. Oh my God, dinosaurs! Yo, I used to watch that.
Not the mama.
Not the mama. Hey, the dad used to remind me of my granddad, because my granddad used to walk around with them plaid shirts on like that.
That came on after Family Matters. You remember that? TGIF
it did.
Used to be that.
It was like the TGIF lineup.
Yeah, TGIF
Bro,
was like
I
that.
used to love getting home from school on a Friday and be like, oh, I'm about to watch Family Matters, dinosaurs, all that. Somebody said a living color, of course.
Now we know that they're on this list. Beavis and Butthead, Law and Order, the real man. Come on, Law and Order SVU is way better than regular Law and Order. ER, Third Rock from the Sun, man. I don't know. Animaniacs was that. I used to rock with Animaniacs.
Remember the Animaniacs fruit snacks?
Yes, them joints was fruity as hell, but they was good. The Magic School Bus, Frasier. I couldn't get into Frasier, dog. I couldn't get into Frasier. Couldn't get into it, dog.
I couldn't. Yeah, that wasn't my speed.
Maybe it was above our head. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the comedy was just. Maybe
I'm sure.
Little kids. Yeah, probably.
At the time.
Oz. Ooh.
Oh. Ooh. You know how many shows are made now because of Oz?
Man, what type of show? What you mean?
Yes,
Keisha.
Yes, Keisha. ER.
You mean like The Corner, the Wire, what other show? Yeah, those shows. Yeah, HBO, bro. HBO used to run.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of movies and documentaries and jail autobiographies and stuff. All that. Daria, I remember that. That used to be on MTV.
Married with Children is a classic, bro. It's still funny.
Hey, man.
It's still funny to this day.
And the fact that the dad on there is still acting like he's on Modern Family, and it's so crazy.
I know. He's the same role.
Same role.
Ed O'Neill. Good old Ed O'Neill. The Adventures of Pete and Pete was definitely slept on.
Oh, my God. That was my show.
Yeah, that was definitely slept on. Kids in the Hall. I didn't know this show. You know the show?
I'd never even heard of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that one. Unsolved Mysteries. Hey, dog, that mess will have you scared out of your mind.
I didn't want to go to sleep. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Hell no. But between that and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, Are You Afraid of Dark? I enjoyed watching it, but it scared me too as a kid.
Mr. Show with Bob and David. I don't remember that. Murphy Brown. I don't know. I remember Murphy Brown.
I never watched
it. Why people would liked it. Yeah, it might have been too grown for me. Full House.
Hey man, hey, let me tell you something about Full House. You know the Olsen twins are the same age as me.
Damn.
So, but do you know how bad they look right now? Like they aged like sour milk. Them heifers
everybody else didn't. Like John Stamos still looks like John Stamos.
Right. Them heifers look like they're 82 years old. And they're the same age as me.
Stephanie still look good. Yeah, the Olsen twins, yeah.
I don't know what happened to them. Drugs, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, life happened. There we go. That's what everybody was talking about. I knew it was on the list, so I tried to say it.
What you wanna do and live a color.
Crazy thing about this cast right here is that Jim Carrey ended up being the biggest cast member, and that says a lot because all of the Wayans were big, you know. Jamie
Him
Foxx
and David Allen Greer.
Jamie Foxx ended up being huge. Now I'm lying. Who's bigger, J Lo or Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey.
You sure about that?
I guess it depends on who you're asking, right? It depends on who you're a fan of.
Jim liked to stay out the way.
Well, right now. But it was at one point in time when he was in his bag, bro. He was in everything.
Uh-huh. Did the comments stop?
What happened to that other white girl? What was her name? The one that's right there next to Tommy Davidson.
The official creative fortune said J Lo. Yeah, J Lo. Hold on, sorry. What was your question again? My bad.
I said, who's that white girl? What happened to her?
I don't know, but she was funny as hell.
She was hilarious. And J Lo, to answer your question, Keisha, J Lo. Yes, she had a great career. I'm not gonna take that away from her at all. But you look at me personally, I would say Jim Carrey just because I was more of a fan of him than her. she was sexy for a while, but you know, she ran. Is she still? I don't know. I haven't seen her lately.
J-Lo never fell off, bro. Never.
She never fell off? Oh, okay.
Never, bro. Never. I follow her on Instagram. You about to get me in trouble. But I follow J-Lo. She still
can't get mad at a celebrity because that's not attainable. So they can't get mad at non-attainable women.
My guy Sleazy said Cable Guy was terrible. Oh, hell no. Cable Guy was funny as hell. It wasn't his best one, but it was funny. It actually might be one of his worst. What's your favorite Jim Carrey movie?
Fun with Dick and Jane.
Hey, that was funny though. That was funny. That was funny. I'm gonna go with Liar Liar.
Hey, what was the one where he came out that elephant's butthole?
That was Ace Ventura 2.
Hey, yo,
Ace Ventura is up there, bro. Ace Ventura.
Yeah, it is. I was like, yo, he wilding in this jump.
Yeah, Ace Ventura is definitely up there, and it's another movie that I'm missing right now. It's not The Mask because The Mask was good. Me, Myself, and Irene was funny as hell.
The Truman Show, that was definitely for people that are very cerebral.
Yeah, the
Truman Show that's a cerebral show.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I still look around for cameras. I still look around for cameras because of that.
I know.
Let me move on. I can talk about Jim Carrey all day. Jim Carrey is very, very talented. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Why is this number 12? Why is this number 12? The movie was good. I ain't really like the show.
Who the hell doing these reviews?
I don't know. Boy Meets World.
Hey, bro. Topanga was my girl, bro. I used to be like, yo, where Topanga at?
So why he didn't find her hot until she was older? Now, keep in mind, we're their age, so it don't matter. We can say that.
Yeah, Fred Savage is our age.
Yep. And so is she. So, The Simpsons, yeah, buddy.
First of all, The Simpsons show will always be a favorite. That show will never die. And they're still making seasons.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. She said, oh my God, yes, Buffy. Man, I didn't watch Buffy. It's not to say it wasn't good, but I just didn't watch it. Saved by the Bell, yes.
Rest in peace to Dustin Diamond, but yeah, Saved by the Bell was my show. I loved it. I hate how they did Lark Voorhees though.
Dog, she looks terrible right now.
Her story was wild, bro.
For real? I gotta look into it.
She did a tell-all on like what was going on the show. All like the cast members having sex with each other. Like it was a lot going on, bro.
What?
Yes, bro. Like go back and look at her interviews, bro. Like it'll make you go back and when you go back and watch these episodes, it'll make you think like when you listen to her interview, you're gonna be like, damn, bro, I didn't even know all that was going on.
My man said I look like a Simpson character. He might be right, bro. Hey, get me paid, bro. Get me paid. Yeah.
But Boy Meets World was my giant.
And the one who was going probably was Jesse Spano, definitely for certain. Showgirl.
Oh, she was giving them that Gog 3000 on the low, bro.
Yo, what? Best friends forever.
Forever.
Yeah, the Wonder Years. Hey, this is
Oh my God.
slept on show.
Lend
So-
me your hand.
Doom, 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 doom.
That was my jump.
It was. That joint would come on real late. I probably wasn't supposed to be up.
I was sneaking watching. My mother would be like, "Take your ass to bed." I'd be in the room like this. Lend me your hand.
I used to be so mad at Winnie, dog. Like, why is Winnie acting like that?
Like, come on, bro.
Oh. I used to, yeah.
But again,
Her and
Fred
Kelly
Savage, Ben Savage.
Look,
like,
Winnie and Kelly Kapowski thought ass.
The Savage
Kelly
brothers.
Kapowski.
That was the era where Ben and Fred, they was getting it. They was in their bag.
Yeah, for sure. Freaks and Geeks. I don't remember the show.
I did. I watched Freaks and Geeks.
If we look at the cast, though, is that Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
What's Franco?
Yeah, Franco.
That's us. Siegel. Was it Jason Siegel?
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta go back and watch this. Then that's probably a funny show.
You know the episodes are on YouTube. You can watch them.
Pineapple Express. I definitely got to go check it out.
I'm sorry, I ain't even checked. Hold on 1 second. Is he okay? My son okay? Ma. Austin, come here real quick. Let me see
Let's
it.
See.
Don't put nothing in nothing.
The X-Files. In the chat, the X-Files. Oh, look at Eastside Harold coming in here talking about some Go Texans. Yeah, you bum, get out of here.
Eastside Harold, bro. Let me see what he got.
Number 5, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Put it in what?
I know y'all was waiting on this. Honestly, on a list like this, Martin and Fresh Prince should have been a lot closer.
Hold on 1 second.
They should have been a lot. Fresh Prince and Martin should have been a hell of a lot closer. I know I'm gonna save this for E2. He gonna come back. I'm gonna mute him real fast until he comes back. Yeah, Fresh Prince and Martin should have been a lot closer. The thing about Fresh Prince, man, Will used to have every bad joint on his show. He used to have every bad. All right, I muted you real fast. All right, you back?
All right.
So Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was number 5. I don't know how it's this much higher than Martin.
How is that 5 and Martin is 34?
I don't know. This must have been voted by a whole bunch of people that just didn't like urban television.
And like the way Fresh Prince was, everybody loved it, no matter what walk of life you were.
Sure. Yep. So that's probably why he up there. My So-Called
Bel-Air
Life.
Academy.
I don't know this show.
What is that?
I remember this face, My So-Called Life.
I ain't never see it.
Me either. I'm gonna skip it. Seinfeld funny as hell, bro. I went back and watched it as an adult.
Like Seinfeld should be number 1, and I'm not gonna hate on it. It's got to be number 1.
Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you didn't really understand Seinfeld when it first came out, but when you started watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, that's what brought you back to Seinfeld.
We didn't understand. We didn't understand it until we got older.
Yeah. And when I watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, for one, is probably a top 5 show for me of all time. Of all time. You know, Brother Leon. Do you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I did.
No, do you watch the new episodes that's out, the new season?
No, I didn't know they were still running.
Bro, you better go check it out, bro.
Yeah, you're right. It is dry humor though. It's just
It's
like The
funny as
Office. It's dry humor.
dry humor funny as hell, bro. Dry humor. But Larry David though, and Curb Your Enthusiasm. See, Seinfeld is really the PG version of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Curb
You
Your
know what show I
Enthusiasm.
missed?
What's that?
That 70s show.
Yeah, and you ain't gonna never get it back, brother.
No, especially because Danny Matheson is locked up.
Yeah, bro. I've heard some really bad things about it too. Some really bad things about him.
He's in maximum security right now. He ain't never coming out.
Yeah, never. But I ain't trying to. I'm not trying to get canceled. Talking about
at
him.
all.
Number 2, Twin Peaks.
The hell?
I don't know what the hell
The
that
hell
is.
is that?
What the hell? Number 1 is Friends.
Hey, stop playing, bro. So
it's the most popular show. I don't think it's the best.
Friends got a lot of seasons like The Simpsons do. That's probably why it's number 1.
Hey, no lie though, Jennifer Aniston still she got better with time, actually. She got better with time. I didn't really I didn't
when
like
Jessica
I don't
Biel
like
first came out.
Yeah. But yeah, Friends was a good show, but if we're being honest, it's a ripoff, and we know his show is ripped off.
Oh, we know.
We're living single.
It was the white version of Living Single.
Yep. Everybody. Well, if y'all didn't know that, you know it now.
You know it now. It is the white version of Living Single, and we can say that.
Yep. So there we go. We have that list or whatever. So we'll stop sharing, man. And man, that was fun, bro. That was definitely fun. Next week, what we want to talk about next week, bro? When we finish talking our Cowboys talk, what we want to talk for freestyle?
Oh, favorite 90s snacks.
Snacks, bro. We just gonna skip over cereals. We just gonna go snacks.
That cereals include.
What, you hit your camera?
Oh shit! What happened?
You turned into a talking box, bro.
Oh my goodness! I don't know what happened. Hold on.
But yeah, keep talking until you figure it out.
Okay. Yeah. So what was I saying?
You said cereal is a snack. You said cereal can be a snack.
No, we could go with cereal as well. Cereal and childhood snack, because that all goes together. Like Dunkaroos. Remember Dunkaroos?
Man, I had Dunkaroos a couple months ago. Shoot, the wife brought them joints in here.
For real, they still make it?
Hey, dog, me and the kids and her, we went through them joints, bro. Yeah, they still make Dunkaroos.
Oh wow.
They still make zebra cake. We'll talk about it next week. Y'all come back, y'all stay tuned, and y'all come back with y'all favorite snacks, because I know what mine are. You know what I'm saying? I definitely know what mine are. But hey, bro, this was a blast, bro. I think we got a lot out the way. We talked about the Cowboys. We got the OG Mark Holmes to pop in, and then we got to do our mock draft, and then we got to talk about these 90 shows. Oh man, we didn't even get to the cartoons, man. Somebody
we could do an extension next week. We could go on the cartoons and we could talk about the foods.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, definitely, man. It's always good to go back into, into your childhood.
Oh, because I got some good 90s cartoons, bro.
Yeah, and being a father, have you started introducing your son to the things you used to watch? Because the stuff today is trash.
I mean, outside of SpongeBob, no. Because some of the stuff that I watched, now that I go back and look at it, I don't think he need to be watching that.
It's actually fun. Shoot, Power Rangers. Look, I got my son on Power Rangers.
Power Rangers is different, bro. It's not the same as it was.
No, I went back. Oh, we started with Mighty Morphin, and then they started watching all this other stuff. Him and his brother.
Bro, the Black Ranger got dreads now. It ain't the same.
We started with Mighty Morphin. Hey, I got my son on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, bro.
Oh man, that's a classic, bro.
But now my son is on this kick. Like, he's 4 years old, so he on this kick that now he is Wolverine. So we watching X-Men. By the way, if you ain't got Disney Plus, watch X-Men 97. I started watching that. That joint look lit.
I think I got Disney Plus. I think I'm gonna put some on for him while he's here.
So the first 2 episodes popped out, dog, and it was very, very shocking. Rogue and Magneto used to mess around. It's about Gambit about to be pissed. About to be pissed. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all haven't go watch that. That popped up. Man, I'm about to go shoot. After watching these basketball games, I'm about to go back to watching X-Men or go back to watching Disney Plus.
You said we don't know nothing about Darkwing Duck. Bro, please. Darkwing Duck was Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck.
Hey, that theme song used to crank, boy. Darkwing Duck.
Oh my God, yo. Richie, all right, we gotta go. But we gonna get into it. We gonna get into it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Comment, subscribe. Also, if you're watching the playback, I didn't do the whole thing about super chats today, saying the super chats are a priority. But if you feel like you like the content today and you want to support either of our channels, the best way that you can do is super chat. You can, the like button is free. So if you don't
share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you, E2, for stopping by.
Always, bro.
On the Friday, making yourself, available. Appreciate your family for being patient.
Oh, can I get a praise report for today, though?
Yeah. He said
I passed my my EPA Type 2 exam today, man.
Oh yeah, hey, congrats, bro. Congrats, man. Everybody congratulate him in the chat, man. Appreciate that. I'm about to head over to Mark's channel because I know Mark is talking right now. He probably still in the dumps. So I'm gonna say hello to everybody over there. And if you guys are, looking for something to do, go check out my brother Mark Holmes. Go check him out, and we'll be over there, or I'll be over there. I know you got to take care of home and everything. So appreciate y'all, man. And we out. Whoa. But let me hit this outro on the way out, and then we're truly out. Because I know that everybody loves the outro. So let's hit the outro real fast.
I can't feel the pain, I'm numb to all you say.
We're gonna hit the other one with my guy, Casey
Keep it
Waters,
real
baby.
and stay 100 through the rain. I can feel it's something missing from your face.
Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out, man.
Keep it real and stay 100 in your veins. Put me in these boxes, still I'm trying to break away. I just roll it up and down some liquor for my pain. Thoughts inside my head, it's nightmares instead of some dreams. I've been trying to hold on to everything from the seams. Try to get it by any means. There's no accepting defeat with all this pressure that's on me. Trusting whenever I breathe, cause everything is on me. If everybody is down, I gotta pick up all the pieces. Yeah, I can't fall, cause I do it for my dog, so she can make it fall. Ain't worry about your comments, cause I believe in karma. No time for your bullshit or any